The Ghostbusters is back, folks. And I'm telling you right now, whatever bit of hesitation, reservations, concerns that you may have coming into this film, leave them at the door because they got it right. And I'm very excited to get into it. So let's jump into my review of the new film, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the new film Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, coming to theaters March 22nd. So let's just come right out the gate on this one. I had a lot of fun. I laughed so much. And at a point I was like, man, Paul Rudd is a absolute star. And I just thought that like he was going to carry this film on his back, and he was just only going to be I thought he was just going to be the only character I enjoyed the entire time. And that's not true. He definitely sets the tone pretty early, but man, this cast, both this new generation and the OGs coming back, they mix together to the point of almost like Jurassic Park, where, you know, they merged the two different casts from the original Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World franchises and kind of put them together. I thought they did a good job, but better. I thought this meshing was so much better. And I know there's that one Ghostbusters that we don't talk about, which honestly I wish they would have still introduced them somehow, some way into all of this, because they were just... This film was just so good. I think it could have just actually put a good taste in everybody's mouth and get us back on the right page. But nonetheless, like, yeah, this was a lot of fun. I gotta say, man, however you want to look at it, having the OG cast back from, you know, Bill to Ernie to Dan, it has to warm your heart. Obviously, you know, these opportunities aren't always available, and you know, obviously them dedicating this to Ivan, for what it's worth, man, being able to have this opportunity is a blessing in its own right. And they really did put their whole foot into this. Every character brought something to this film, and if it wasn't a measure of the nostalgia and the callbacks, if it wasn't just paying homage to everything that this franchise means. And I will say, like, listen, as a person who's like I'm like a middle grade Ghostbusters fan, because there was definitely some super fans within my screening, you know, came in cosplay and so on. But I've always respected and honored this franchise and its greatness. But I mean, like, for the folks who were diehards, I'm gotta tell you that the reactions from them, they love this. And for the folks much like me, I can almost go as far as saying casual, I love this. And for the folks who may not have never seen Ghostbusters ever, I think across the board, everybody had a good time in this film. And really just right out the gate, it was just so much fun. The humor was just totally on point. I'd be curious to know, like, you know, were these folks just so engrooved that it just started to improv and then everything just started to work? Like, everything worked in terms of the humor for me. Like, it wasn't a joke that went over my head that I didn't appreciate. Like, everything was intentional. So on that note, the writing, directing, excellent in this film. Excellent. And yeah, talking about the cast here, because you do have an all-star cast. And again, just in case you've never, ever seen the Ghostbusters and this is your first introduction, and one of these characters or actors kind of got you into the interest, just let's say, Paul Rudd, Annie Potts coming back, McKinnon Grace, the Spengler family. So we got Carrie, Paul, Spengler family, McKenna, and then Finn, you know, from Stranger Things. Listen, the Spengler family, they mesh so good together. You know, they really get us going in the beginning part of this film before the OGs really start to make their print onto the story. But again, as I mentioned, you have Annie, got Bill Murray coming back, Patton Oswalt in this film, Ernie Hudson. I mean, come on now, Dan. Also, Celeste O'Connor, who's just having a fantastic year. Kumail Nanjiani. I didn't even know he was in this. And Kumail comes in and just is hilarious the entire time. Yeah, this film was so much fun. But even with that being said, I really just want to talk about that, like how there is a ancient artifact that unleashes this ancient evil. This ancient evil is basically looking to freeze Earth. That's his powers. That's his intentions. And he's also going to make sure that all the ghosts follow suit. So he's out to not only free everybody that's been captive, but also make sure that they fall in line on his orders. And I gotta say that the villain or the ghost that I'm talking about here, Garaka, I thought they did a really good job with the design. They did a good job with the voice acting, which I wonder if there's a credit for it here. But nonetheless, whoever voiced did a really good job. I mean, this character, from how it looks, so the design, how it looks, the presentation, and how they did it with the special effects, and then the voice acting is menacing. And even with the film not ever being truly dark or heavy or like really tapping deep into the horror, I thought there was moments where like they definitely were right on the cusp of saying like we really could turn this up a little bit if we wanted, but they did keep it very family friendly, gives you a little bit of chills, maybe a little bit of looking over your shoulders here, but they really did a good job in the presentation with this villain, the Garaka. But with that being said, everybody in every character really has a moment to shine. I think another character I want to spend just a little bit of time on is Phoebe Spengler, again played by McKenna Grace. She is a part of the Spengler family, but she's young. And so with her being young, you know, she's kind of just like, they're not always giving her the green light to participate in ghost busting. And, you know, we all been that young, ambitious teen that wants to be an adult or do adult things, but the parents aren't quite allowing us. Society isn't quite acceptable of it. The governor, shall I say. But with that being said, you know, Phoebe's one of the smartest characters in this film and improves her worth over and over and over, even to the point where she becomes fond of another ghost. And this ghost, I gotta say, Melody, who I need to quickly see, who plays Melody, Emily Lind, who I'm not familiar with. You know, somebody who they kind of find a safe space for one another. But can a ghost be trusted? Or can a ghost trust a Ghostbuster? So this relationship is totally tested in this, and it gets a little suspicious, and it definitely leads to things. But I definitely did enjoy this element of the film. So, you know, listen, I let me just tell you right now. The film tells a great story. It tells a great next installment of the Ghostbuster franchise. But at the same time, it gives so much honor and respect and nostalgia with fantastic callbacks, you know, cameos, all sorts of different things for what we know of the Ghostbusters, even to the point that, yeah, you hear the song, but you also hear folks try to lead folks into the song, you know, trying to bait people into using some of those catch lines there. It's all Paul Rudd. It's all Paul Rudd, I promise you here. But yeah, with that being said, yeah, there's a lot of sarcasm and there's a lot of puns in it, and it just all works very, very well. So, man, this has been a fantastic month of films, and I hope you all are ready, because, man, if you're here at Big O Belt Media checking out these reviews, there's a lot of good things to watch, and you definitely want to put Ghostbusters on that list as well, too. So, listen, fear not. Either you're a diehard Ghostbuster fan, a casual, or somebody who's looking for a film to watch, Ghostbusters is your answer. You will have fun watching this one. So yeah, check it out March 22nd in theaters. With a runtime of just close to 2 hours, it doesn't feel like it at all. This thing breezes by, and that's a good thing. But yeah, check it out, folks. Jump in the comments once you do and let me know your thoughts about it. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews and content very soon.